Best weekend ever. Let's talk about it right now on Fantasy Football Today in 5. Jamie and I are already fighting. I want to talk about all 4 games. Jamie only wants to talk about one.
Just one.
We just got done watching Chiefs Bills 40. What the heck was the final score?
42-36.
I'm looking at the wrong. It's wrong here. 42-36. The scoreboard I was looking at had it wrong. Anyway, 42-36 Chiefs over Bills. Give me a fantasy takeaway.
That wasn't Chiefs over Bills. That was Mahomes over Allen, and just one of the most unbelievable performances you will ever see. Just so much fun to watch. I mean, you know me. I don't usually curse on Twitter. I was dropping F-bombs all over the place. It was crazy. Yeah. Takeaways, obviously, Gabriel Davis is going to be a great fantasy asset next season. You know, get Emmanuel Sanders out of the way. Not that he was in the way in this game by far. 4 touchdowns, 2 of them in the last 2 minutes of the game. He had his moment, his coming out party. So Gabriel Davis was already somebody that I was going to rank inside my top 24. Was a breakout candidate that I was prepared to write about in February with my early breakouts. And welcome to the stage, my friend, because you are absolutely poised for stardom.
7 yards from Stephon Diggs in this game and 36 points. An amazing game. Okay, how about Titans Bengals? Remember that one?
No. Come on.
What do you want? What else are we going to say? I mean, was it the best game ever? I can't think of a better game. You know, I did ask on Twitter, name a better game, and the one that kept coming up was the Rams. Was it Titans. The Rams Titans? No,
Rams Titans Super Bowl.
No, it was the Monday night game that was supposed to be played in Mexico. That got moved. Was it Rams Chiefs?
Oh, Rams Chiefs. Yeah,
Rams Chiefs. That one kept coming.
No, this is better.
This was the best. I've never seen anything like it.
Yes, I mean, you know, it lived up to the billing. I don't know how the NFL is going to top this for the next 2 weeks. You know, I mean, it's. I'm glad it was on CBS. I'm glad it was on Paramount Plus. You know, so we get the benefit of those ratings. But in any event, it lived up to the billing. And you have, you know, I'm on several text chains with different NFL people that we work with and some that we don't, and debating Mahomes versus Allen as just the best quarterback in the league right now. And they certainly put on a show. Some clearly bad defensive coordinator performances there, some injuries to the Chiefs secondary. I don't know what the Bills were doing on the final drive to allow them to set up the Harrison Butker field goal there. But in any event, just I'm just on such a high right now. I'm gonna go watch the last 154 again.
How about this? Right now, I'm currently on a group text. The biggest Bills fan I know, basically the only Bills fan I know. He's in the second quarter right now, watching on delay, and we're trying to figure out if his wife should tell him not to watch.
I have
you don't know what to do.
A text chain with some of my the other coaches from my kids' baseball league, and one of them, it's a husband and wife, and the wife's the only woman in the chain, and she goes, "I just want to give Josh Allen a hug."
I know. I feel so bad. All right, can we talk about the other games now?
No.
All right, what do you got for Tennessee at Cincinnati? Bengals win 19-16.
Fantasy takeaway, A.J. Brown is going to be awesome if he stays healthy. Just stay on the field. You know, I mean, we saw in spurts, obviously. Well, I mean, we saw, you know, a good portion of it for the first, you know, 3 seasons of his career. But if he could ever just stay healthy, you know, I know Ryan Tannehill obviously has his flaws, but my God, you know, he's still a top 5 receiver for me. I'll take my chances with the games that he misses.
49ers 13, Packers.
T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they're pretty good too.
49ers 13, Packers 10.
Let's see. Takeaway from there is obviously what happens to the Packers. You know, we're going to talk about this a lot, I'm sure, over the next few weeks, and certainly, you know, once we break down this more in depth on Monday's show. But which Packers will you trust if Aaron Rodgers is gone? And obviously, Devontae Adams is probably going to leave as well. They're in cap hell. So if those 2 guys leave and it's Jordan Love, I saw actually a really funny tweet, you know, fake quote from Jordan Love saying, "I'm going to win 1 Super Bowl in the next 16 years and drive the rest of you crazy like everybody else does in the Packers." But you know, it's mostly going to be, you know, can you trust Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon if the quarterback is different?
Okay,
and the answer is probably no.
Yeah. And then finally we have the Rams Bucks, another wild one, 30-27 Rams.
Yeah, again, a lot of question marks. You know, I think we kind of, and you know, our drafts reflected this. You know, certainly even with our rankings. You know, you were talking about Chris Godwin as a top 7 receiver, Mike Evans. You know, for me at least, I think for the other guys as well, top 10 receiver, especially if Godwin was going to leave. Without Antonio Brown there. But, you know, the talk of Tom Brady retiring now, you know, if that does happen, wow, what a tailspin that will turn into, this Tampa Bay offense, and where will they turn? Will it be Kyle Trask? Will it be somebody else? I don't think it's going to be Blaine Gabbert. So what do they do at the quarterback position if Brady's gone, and what does that mean mostly for Mike Evans, because Gronk probably will leave also. And Godwin, does he even want to stay there? If he can get a payday somewhere else and maybe attach himself to a different quarterback and maybe a better quarterback, if in fact the Bucs replacement is different. So a lot of question marks for this Tampa Bay team, clearly coming off of that loss.
Okay, well, looking forward to talking about all of these games, mostly the Bills game, on the full-length show with Jamie and Dave on Monday. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Fantasy Football Today.